Air Vice Marshal Harold Arthur Cooper Birdie Bird Wilson, November 20, 1919 to December 27, 2000, was a senior Royal Air Force officer and a flying ace of the Second World War. Bird Wilson was born in Preston, North Wales, on November 20, 1919. His father was a tea planter in Bengal, and his parents remained in India, sending Bird Wilson to boarding school. He later went to Liverpool College. On November 30, 1937, having had a few weeks initial officer training, he was granted a short service commission in the RAF. In August 1938 he was assigned to No. 17 Squadron, learning the rudiments of being a fighter pilot in Gloucester Gauntlets. The squadron was re-equipped with Hawker Hurricanes in June 1939. 10 weeks later, he was flying a BA Swallow out of RAF Cranwell when he crashed in bad weather. His passenger was killed, and Bird Wilson was left without a nose. He was treated by pioneering plastic surgeon Archibald McIndoe, who offered Bird Wilson the nose of his choice, and went on to treat many disfigured RAF pilots during the war. In April 1940 he was back on active service, in time to fly Hurricanes for the British retreat from France in the following weeks. As an already accomplished pilot, he was one of the elite selected for one of Cuthbert Ord's iconic charcoal portraits, which was drawn on September 11, 1940. On the morning of September 24, flying Hurricane P-3878 near Chatham, he became the 40th kill of Luftwaffe ace Adolf Galland of JG-26. Bailing out on fire, he landed in the Thames and was picked up by a Navy boat. Yet again he was hospitalized. In 1941 he went back into service as an instructor at No. 56 Operational Training Unit, OTU, before seeing action flying Spitfires with No. 234 Squadron RAF, participating in raids over northern France. He returned for a spell commanding a unit at No. 56 OTU later in the year. In 1942 he commanded No. 152 Squadron RAF and No. 66 Squadron RAF as they led fighter escorts for bombing raids to the northern European coast, moving on to lead wings in 1943. In 1944 he attended command training in the U.S. at Fort Leavenworth, before returning to action over the Normandy invasion. He ended the war commanding No. 1335 Jet Conversion Unit, the first jet unit in the RAF. For many years after the war Bird Wilson held a variety of posts in the Central Flying Establishment. In 1946 he was given command of the Air Fighting Development Squadron. In 1948 he moved to Middle East operations, becoming personal staff officer to Air Chief Marshal Sir John Baker, Middle East Air Force Commander-in-Chief in 1949. In 1954, Bird Wilson joined the British Joint Services Mission in Washington. He returned to be station commander at RAF Coltishall from June 1959 to November 1961, then held a post at the Air Ministry from 1961 to 1963, before 2 years commanding the Central Flying School, followed by a post as Air Officer commanding Hong Kong in 1965. After 2 years, Bird Wilson took up a post at the Ministry of Technology in 1967. From 1970, March 1973, his penultimate posting was commanding No. 23 Group RAF and RAF Training Command, responsible for flying training. Finally, he commanded the Southern Maritime Air Region, No. 18 Group RAF, Strike Command, until June 1, 1974, retiring at his own request. He died in 2000. Bird Wilson married Audrey Alma Wallace, b. May 27, 1923, in 1942. They had a son, Robert, in 1943 and a daughter, Carol, in 1945. Audrey died in 1991. He was remarried to Margaret McGillivray Butler in 1994. Notes